Hi everyone, it's Angel 111 Mima. I'm not supposed to be here, you all know that. But I was sleeping. You all know that I always sleep late. I sleep in the morning when my face is still puffy. And yesterday I was just stressed. I was just taking a time out. And first I was rewiring myself and doing a lot of shit behind the scene. Cutting cords with many people. And then I just chilled and watched a movie. I watched something called Medieval. If you're a fan, it's in Netflix. If you're a fan of old movies like centuries back, go watch it. And funny enough, the main key actress is Catherine. Don't we have a Capricorn here we call Catherine? And she wants to be the princess all the time. And there was a time she was having a red dress. I was just laughing. I said, look at the synchronicities. All in all, the girl was kidnapped. And in the end, when she was almost captured and, she was taken back to the king where she belongs, she was already engaged. Look at the synchronicities. She was engaged. She had a fiance. The fiance was sleeping with another woman who is more like a loose, cheap girl. And believe me or not, they were saying like, I know even if I get married, that woman will never do what I'm doing. I mean, she cannot do what you are doing. So there was cheating, infidelity, there was a triangle in that relationship. Fast forward, too many dramas. She also cheated. She had some few stuff done with another guy because of, trauma bonding and all that. In the end, she jumped off the cliff, but survived. She dipped in the water, survived, and she was saved. But she survived only for a few minutes, and then she died because she hit a rock from behind and was bleeding profusely. By the time they take her to the shore and try to resuscitate her, she woke up, she talked a bit, and then she passed away. That's an omen for you, Catherine. Didn't I tell you that the days are numbered if you will not do the right thing? And you can be suicidal and you might kill yourself. You all know I don't watch movies at all, but when I do, there is always a message, and that is a message about you, Catherine. The girl who has a ring, I don't think the marriage will take place. I'm not cursing it, but I'm telling you, I don't think the marriage will take place. There's a death. Because it's a curse. Because of a curse, both lineages, there is a problem in the lineages. Which lineage? Male or female? Yeah, female. The female, you see? Catherine. And I think there's an Aries or an Emperor who is significant. This is not working. It will not work. You will have the ring, and that's it. There will be no marriage. And it can be Sagittarius, very significant, and Aries also. And another fire sign, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. So this is your specific message. Whoever you are, you have the ring, the marriage will not happen because this is what is coming. And I think I did say, someone will want to travel to get married. The first night will be the end of your life. Your planets are not aligned. And now the truth is because your lineage has a curse. You are cursed already. So your ancestors have put you in a casket. Even if you try to force it, I'm telling you, it will not last. There's a death here. Definitely a Capricorn. So, do you see that? You don't need rocket science. Even a new tarot reader will tell you what this means. Even a new tarot reader will tell you, your entire lineage is fucked up. You have sold your souls because of too many lies. So there will be no marriage, I'm telling you in advance. If you want to marry, marry, but I'm telling you, your soul is taken. The moment you stay naked with that man and just go through it, that's it. The reason I'm here, okay, that was a specific message. The reason why I'm here, and you will learn to humble yourself because you always want to be, oh my love, the love is dead. This is what is happening, and it's real. Is this message about Catherine? Oh, and it doesn't have to be the Catherine real name, but you know you embody this energy. You call yourself that way. Is it true about this engagement with Catherine? The marriage will not take place because due to the message, there's a death. If you struck around, please rotate. If not, stand still. Yes. And is the lineage of the female cast? If the female lineage is cast, please rotate. If not, stand still. You need to do something because this will affect almost every woman in your family, mostly. I don't know why I'm picking it. Is it going to affect most women in their lineage? Discuss. If you struck around, please rotate. If not, stand still here. I'm hearing in Kiswahili, wamefungwa, which means they've been locked. So your ancestors have locked you. Why are they locked? I don't know. You know what you have done. Maybe too many lies, manipulation, and everything. I'm telling you, and even if you're in a marriage, it will end. But this is specifically for someone who has a ring. There can be a Pisces very significant. Already it's written in the stars. It's already written in the stars. Definitely a Pisces is very significant, you see. You don't see it coming. Anyway, so why am I here right now? I was sleeping, as I said. You can even see I just took a shower and came here. My spirit guides always come to my sleep. Like today's Friday, so it's very holy for both the Muslims and Jews, because Jews in the evening Shabbat begins. For the Muslim lunchtime, it's our Juma prayer. So they will always come, the Muslims one who recite dua and every adhkar, dhikr. While I'm sleeping, we do it together. They showed me something and I was shocked to the core. A cartel, because I've been doing something, I've just been doing you don't need to know everything, but it's something to do with organ trafficking and how it affects this human trafficking and the reason behind organ trafficking. There was something also very disturbing. I saw news, a girl from Saudi Arabia who was a maid, and by the time she landed in Kenya to her parents, she passed away there. She landed in Kenya and part of her organs were missing. So this is something which was disturbing, and that's why I was doing a lot behind the scene. Nobody knows. I told you, I have so many things that I do, but until when I know it's time to expose it, it's okay because it's out in the air. But behind the scene, normally I do things on the down low. So now it's out in the air. The drug bust has been done. They've done another raid 10 days ago, Europol. And then now it is this. Organ trafficking, refugees, identity theft. People steal liver, eyeballs, kidneys, but now it has gone to a whole new level. And this is the reason they hype the LGBTQ group. That's why I'm telling you, I don't give a fuck. If it's to declare war, I'll declare war on you. If the mafias and drug dealers were dealing with them, you're not going to be. The LGBTQ group, which are just, doing their own shit. They are gay, they're a man, they're gay, okay. But there are these people who I'm talking specifically to the LGBTQ group, which deals with sex change. They change their genders. This is why I was saying there's an underworld thing which is coming. And this is an occult moon, which means 8th house taboo. Things which are out of norm, because you are born with a dick and then you change it into a pussy, or you are born with a pussy and then you plant yourself a dick. It's a taboo. So what happens here? This is what happens. This group is dealing with organ mafias. But these organ mafias are very sophisticated. They are medically and clinically licensed. Some are doctors under the ground, on the down low, but the most of them are clinically licensed. What happens? This is a cult where warlocks are involved. And that's why you see these guys also mostly, I don't care. You can get angry, you can flag my video, but I will not leave you alone. You came for me and my guys gave me the green light, because the curtain was closed yesterday. I'm not supposed to do this. But if it comes to whistle blowing, motherfuckers, I will not shut the fuck. And you provoked me, now I'm coming for you. Start with you, Sabinos. Identity theft. What do you do after stealing people's identity? Do you target them to get rid of the main person and leave the fraudster on board? You'll regret it where you came from. And I'm talking about Sabinos with those antennas. See that? Do you see that? King of Pentacles, 10 of Pentacles. This is how we do it. This is how we do it. Yeah. It's Friday daytime and it feels alright because you make a lot of fucking money illegally. Identity theft. So here you are. The first person I'm exposing, Sabinus, is the mastermind of identity theft. And they've made a lot of money. Do you see only pentacles here? Earth signs. So this is what you do. Now, what do you do? Yeah, fucking exposing you. Don't give a fuck. Even God, that's what I'm telling you. I've slept only like 3 hours, but I'm woken up to do this, send out the message. By God, my guide. So this is what Sabinus is doing. All this bullshit you see, identity theft, stealing online money, it is Sabinus. And I'm talking about the dark Sabinus who works with the team of Ghana. And this Sabinus is connected to who? A minister. Ask him. Minister who? Minister Church, Minister what? Minister's daughter. This is how they make a lot of money. An earth sign woman, again, a Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, doesn't have to. What is with this water sign? I think are these people married or they want to marry? I don't know. You see, my nose is itching. My guides are all over here. There's no way you can hack me today. They're all over here. And the big G is in the house. God. There is no way you can hack. This information is pure and legit. This is how these people make money. There's a Scorpio in the midst, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, an earth sign woman. And I think these people are coupled, or this is how they even buy houses or make money out of it. So stolen identities, then kill the main one, leave the fraud one. Haven't you stolen my identity? Am I not your target? Stage 1. Stage 2. You have seen the people here. There's a Scorpio, there's an earth sign, and then we have a Sabinus and an Emperor. Stage 2. Now that the identity has been stolen, this is another, that's what I'm saying, stage 2. Identity has been stolen, they make money out of it. And if it's elimination, yeah, they eliminate the ones who are not supposed to be on board. They've stolen the identity and they kill them. What do? Why did I mention the story of that woman from Saudi Arabia who came to Kenya in a coffin and her organs are missing? The organs were intact from Saudi Arabia. And I'm telling you this because I was shown her vision, even the girl who passed away. Was the woman who left Saudi Arabia in a coffin and sent back to her parents in Kenya. Did she leave that place with her organs intact? If it's stroke around, please rotate, if not sense. What happened? When they were sending that woman, transiting, you know that transit period, she's dead, they've put her in a mortuary. She left Saudi Arabia on her way now to Kenya. Believe me or not, follow the route, follow the story. I didn't. I was just shown the vision. The drama happened when the body arrived Kenya before it was issued to the parents. That is where the organs were taken. Ya Quran, is it true that when the body landed in Kenya, that is where they took the organs before handing it over to her parents? If it's your Quran, please rotate. If not, yes. The organs were not taken from Saudi Arabia. The organs were taken in Kenya before the body was handed to her parents. Stage number 2. Let's confirm if it's true with the card. Were the organs taken in Kenya before the body was handed to her parents? Because she went for autopsy. That is where they say some organs were missing. Who did the autopsy? Ask. Yeah, you're spying. Someone is spying and stalking because I'm leaking information. This can be an area is very significant. So someone will take a leap of faith with this information that I'm giving. I don't care. Even if you scare me, I'm protected. I have my own guides protecting me, but someone wants to come and try and harm me because I'm exposing them. You want to send me a hitman? Bring it on. If you'll kill me for speaking the truth, I'll not stop. But the question is, how can you reach me? Because before you break that door, you'll have I don't know how many bullets on your head. I'm telling you. There can be someone who is like a fire sign, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. This is their job. They kill people and then they take their organs. And I'm speaking the truth. So that is stage 2. The autopsy process of a body which comes from a foreign country, they take advantage of it. Number 3 now. This is where I'm talking about the doctors cult. And it's not all doctors, but the team of the medical team here will assist me. I posted a video and I'm going to mainly specify about men. For women, it's easy. The gyno will go tell you have a cyst and this and that. They take out your uterus, the reproductive system. Nothing can happen to you anymore. Or they tell you have a lot of fibroids and they take out the reproductive system. That's it. That thing is not thrown away. Most of the time, you don't have cysts. We live in a world of technology whereby I can edit something and expand it in the screen. And especially if you're not good in technology, because they look at who they can fool. The other people, you just know how to read a screen, you know, when they're doing CT scan or whatever. So they can't fool you. They look at those people who they can fool. What do? They will create affect, you know, like they will just induce something in you to show you have a cyst or what. And as I told you, it's a cult. And I told you this is occult moon. I'm going to expose a lot of occult secrets. That's why they have fire on me. But I have God. Because you've seen even the first thing I was, the cards I showed you first, the sun is there. There is God helping me. So what they do, we have these warlocks, people who do spells and witches. You might feel something like something is painful, or you are over bleeding or something, and you know, they create a disease for you. That disease is not disease, it's an induced spell in your body. They work with these dollies and all this shit. So they induce that pain, they induce that problem in you. You go to doctor, you get treated, or you're diagnosed, you have to remove this or do that. Mind you, the doctors are also mind controlled. Some, okay? If you happen to land in a doctor who is in this cult, then you know it's their business. So he knows that here comes the hot cake. But for the innocent doctors, some of them don't even have the idea. They're going to see the disease, they will diagnose you, and you have to undergo an operation or what, or a therapy. And worst case scenario, if he sees it doesn't help, then he has to take it out. He'll take it out as a doctor. He finishes his work, he will leave. So I'm not saying all doctors. He will finish his work and leave. Now, those people who are supposed to dispose those organs which were out, that is where the cartel steps in. So we can have nurses on board and all these people. Instead of going and burning, they have to burn those things. They don't. Since it's still alive, they put it in a very nice preserved bag. The next thing, the organ is transported secretly out of this hospital. That's what they do. Now, when it comes to men, they induce hernia. You might not be having hernia, but you have a swollen. Something is swollen, or you have very low sperm count that is affecting even your erection. In reality, what they do, they want your testicle. So they don't take the whole male reproductive system. When I wrote that, I think somebody didn't understand what I meant. They don't take the whole reproductive system. They want you, they will leave you with your shaft and maybe one ball, but they want one ball. So long as it has, and they check the one which is full, you know, like functioning, but they will diagnose it like it's sick. They do the spells. So you're going to be diagnosed, you have a ball, one ball is not functioning well. You have to undergo an operation, or you have a problem with your things, we have to like lock, what do you call vasectomy? Something of that. You lock the male productive system. But in reality, they are coming for the ball. So they induce hernia, some swellings, or they will induce anything. It spells. Or even you can be declared you have prostate. It spells. Genital spells. And remember, the planet that rules genitals is the feminine Mars. Why? Because genitals, it's Scorpio that rules genitals. That's why they are under, down, hidden. And that's one attribute of Mars. Like gemstones, they are under, hidden. And what is occult? Anything which is dark, hidden. So do you get this concept? So this is what they do. They will make you feel sick. You have hernia, or you have problem with prostate, urinary tract is gonna be tightened. They do a lot of shit with the spells, but those are induced spells. You're not sick. You go to doctor, what happened? They diagnose you, oh, you know what, because this pain is very constant, we will have to remove one of your testicle because the vein is like swollen, and it's affecting the artery and the blood vessel, which, you know, causes the erection. So the only way out, you can have an erection with one ball, but we'll have to remove this one ball, a lot of shit, medical terms. The next thing, because you don't know and you're in pain, you say yes. You say yes. You sign, get admitted, a ball is chopped off. Mind you, that ball is not sick. Now this is where the game goes. They take the ball, okay, and they take one thread. There is a vein. If you look at the male, I wish I have something to show you. I wish I had, my other German line is off, closed still. I will have shown you the male reproductive system, but that's what I'm saying. The medical team assist me, please. There is like a small thread, which is within the artery, the main artery. There is like a small vein. This vein is very active because it pumps blood. And it helps. It's also the pipeline to supply sperms when it's about to ejaculate. So how does it work? They will take the ball and this thread out. So you'll have an erection, yes, but you can't give birth anymore. They will tell you, yeah, with one ball you can try, it happens, yes, but if they take that thing out with one ball, then you have an erection, yes. Your sperm count goes down, but you can enjoy everything, but there is no more babies. They take the one manufacturer, because the balls are two. They take the strong one, which is like the main cook, with that vein, and pull it out. Now here is what happens. Let's go back to the organ traffickers now. They have killed somebody. They have cut his shaft. They have taken the genitals of a man. Okay? But everything is dead. Your ball is still active. So they try to keep it alive. They will take that shaft, add one ball, and the dead ball, and then do the transplant. And that is the reason why most of the gender, when they turn female to male, it's a failure, because those nerves are dead. But they are doing this secret experiment on people, innocent people, and especially you will find it, mostly it's men after 40 or 35 to 40 maybe. They will start attacking people on that age, and then they go also for the older ones. The older ones, men who are around 50 plus. So let's say from 30, 35 upwards. Those are the targets. They look for those people and they want to see how can we get them, and we use them as an experiment, but we don't do it publicly. We have to be smart. So how should we be smart? We go under cartel lifestyle. So this is how the team of organ mafias now work together with some medical people. A nurse can be involved. A doctor can be involved. And I'm coming slowly until I will come and reveal something, what was done to me, my family. Okay? That's why when you do something to my family, it affects me. So this is how they work, the doctor cartel. And they can use people innocently, tell you, get me this, get me that. You don't know. Some even are wooed into a relationship. And you don't know that this doctor or this nurse is in a cartel, and you are all in the medical team. Maybe you are working in the lab. So what happens when that ball has, you are asleep, you don't know what is happening to your body, you are trusting your doctor. He has removed the ball. If the doctor is in a cartel, then he knows how to do the work. And of course, they will not work alone. If a doctor is in a cartel, definitely there will be a nurse or two who are also in the game to help and assist. So what they do, they take those organs, put them nicely, keep them alive, they're out. How do they get these things? They sell them, dark web. They sell them and have connection, just like the way people say sell drugs. But the main targets are the LGBTQ group. Now, do you see why God has even said no to Kaumulut? It comes with a lot of burdens, because, okay, you are a gay. Suddenly you want a sex change. It's a lot. You have to go against the norm. Your soul contract, your life purpose and everything. You have to change your life. But how many people are affected in that process? You don't have a ball, so you need a ball. You don't have a shaft, you need a shaft. So you have to kill to get a shaft, and you have to make somebody who is alive sick to get those healthy sperms and balls and the nerves active. Then plug them. But still, it doesn't work. The shaft is dead. The nerves are dead. That's why the female one is not working. But this, I'm here to tell, because many men have been affected. If you look at it, you see men have very low sperm count. This is the onset. They are molding you to go into that direction. The next thing you'll be told your ball is not functioning, they're taking it. Why am I talking about this cartel of doctors? I've been speaking about the lab cartel. And I told you my blood was taken, and that is one of the reasons Ukraine was hit. They had almost 33 hidden labs doing a lot of experiment on people. And it's not a secret. It's also in the news. I'm one of the victims that they took my blood and did that. Apart from that liar who is Ashkenazi and took my DNA. Why am I talking about this? My mother was affected by an occultist. They wanted to sacrifice her. My bloodline is very strong. They tried to take her down. They could not. I fought tooth and nail, as I said earlier, and brought her back. Alhamdulillah. It's not me, it's God. But I fought my way out with these cartels of occult, because they were sacrificing her based on lies, because somebody lied. Through what? Identity theft. We are going back to who? Refer to the video in the beginning. Mr. Sabinus and the gang. He's not alone. He's doing it with a group. Trafficking people for money and even stealing inheritance and all that. The drug dealer group also involved. So when my mom was admitted, because after being attacked, she fell down and she had a mild stroke. 3 days she was admitted at Pandya Hospital, Mombasa. What happened? And I'm not scared to expose you. Dr. Amal was the first one to go. They did physiotherapist with her. Physiotherapy and this and that. Then they ordered her to take blood tests. They wanted to see blood tests, her blood. My mom said they took a lot of blood from me. And I'm not referring to this mother who is here. She's trying to get sympathy. Fuck that bitch. I'm talking about my real mother. She's not here, but I've shown the photos. Those who are senior here and they've seen it, they know the truth. Just like I showed the grave of my sister in Masjid Bashir Kibokoni, where my sister is buried, because the other one has always was pretending to be my sister. I don't have any other sister, and I've proven it. So what happened? They took my mother's blood for DNA, because somebody has faked identity to be my mother, and she stole my mother's DNA. And they wanted to prove a point that my mother is connected to them. Like, this person is a liar. So I was a fraud, the other one was the real one. But who was involved in this? Sabinos was involved in the identity theft, and the group they're involved with. Then we have some few secret agents who are involved in it, and the doctor. And Dr. Amal is the first one I'm talking about, because my mother was attended by Dr. Amal and Swale. Swale has always been our family doctor for my mother for ages. We have no doubt with her. But Dr. Amal, I know she's connected to who here, because they have a love affair shit going on. So refer to her. She needs to talk and sing like a canary. How did you sell somebody's blood out of the lab? If it is not you, then you have to talk. How did you come to the hospital? Because you are not a doctor. Because after she came, the next day, Dr. Saleh came. This was all prearranged. Who was behind it? Who wanted my mother's blood? Who was pretending to be my sister? You have the answers. And I think they did win the case. But this is the cartel. So the cartel is doctors now. Organ mafias. How many people have been killed in Kenya and thrown in the river? Ask yourself. What did they take? Look at the last reading I said I see Nevada, and I was disturbed. I did my research. And I did see the vision. It's like a desert, but I was like, desert in USA? Let me just check. Yes, there's a place. It's more like a desert, and it's through Nevada. Only to find out there is a model who also passed away, and her organs were missing. She was thrown there in the desert. So put all these points together. I was doing the research and posted so many articles about organ trafficking, including from Interpol and all that. It's all making sense. The trafficking from Mauritania, Sahara, those areas. This business is booming. Coming to Egypt, Sudan. I posted everything about it. So that is the cartel which is going on. And I wanted to expose it. Now here in Europe, I have two people who are very close to me. That's why I'm saying I'm affected, because it happened to my mother. So now this is what my guides were trying to tell me. It's bigger than what you think. It's not about blood only. They want organs. So had my mother passed away, they would have taken my organs. When I was sick here, I was asked 1,000 times, and they kept on sending me messages and letters from the insurance company. If you die, do you want to donate your organs? I said, no, because the moment I will say yes, I know they will kill me. They come for them, because it will be made look like official, because the insurance companies are behind it again. Now you understand why people claim life insurance, because this is what happens. They make a lot of money out of it. So doctors in Europe, they do it too, and they make a lot of money. How did I know it? I told you, my guides don't lie. They came and showed me everything, because the drug shit is way open now, but now we have another battle, which is the organ mafias. Someone will be defending themselves. Why am I calling Scorpio the gay? Scorpio, do you remember the message you sent to me? Like, if I tell you the truth, I know I will lose you forever. You know that? Because you are involved in taking my mother's blood. You arranged for that. And I know what you have done to affect my family. Two brothers, not the Farid, you have not touched him, but Farid, you have touched him, yes. He broke his rib here last summer. The other two, you know what you have done, because you have affected him also. He has children, but you tried to make him sick with the same story. And that is why my guides came and told me, like, hey, do you know these people are working on your family? You are trying to make my brother sick, the other one. I'll not mention their names here. But Farid, you have done that because you broke his rib cage here. I mean, his shoulder blade. And I did post even, he sent me video and I showed it here. And not this Farid we see as a liar. No. This is an investment. This is an investment. People invest in this shit. And a water sign woman also is involved. A Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. Here she is. Don't we have our Bati here? I'm putting you in your fucking place because you run this ring. It's an investment for you. And that's why we are lighting this moment here. There can be a Sheikh Rabbi, a priest, a Virgo, who is going also to go and look into it, and he will come with this information. And this is a tower moment for you and the entire group. It's not just stealing identity on the government documents or anything. This person has access to people's data. So they go through them and abuse that. And the next thing, that person is targeted and gone. My dear, you started it, I finish it. You wanted to throw me out, I'm bringing justice here. Should have known who you are playing with. I told you, I have dealt with balls of rebels. Dark, red eyes, and in the middle of nowhere. If they wanted to rape me, they would have raped me. If they wanted to kill me, they would have killed me. I was thrown in the middle of nowhere. But I came back with the whole pack. Until I was brought back to the city where I'm supposed to be. With the whole fucking pack. And nobody touched me. Even the general was protecting me. So you can't tell me shit. I've seen a dark world and I've seen the right world. Justice is here. And this is a past life lesson. My job is to expose every dark shit. I told you, this occult moon is cold. You've turned me cold too. So you know who has my identity. You know who has took my mother's blood and pretended to be part of the family. You all need to go now. And I'm telling you openly, if this justice will not be served by the government, there are many ways of killing a rat. And when I talk a rat, don't talk about, because sometimes I refer to my child like rats and this. No, I mean an asshole like you. You will not kill people here. So this is the game the occult is playing. They make people sick. And especially the LGBTQ group. And I'm saying, not all. These who are running the organ mafia ring, and they work with organ mafia and drug dealers to make money, steal people as identity, and sex change business. Selling organs in the dark web. You affect people who are innocent. So they go to doctor, and then they can be told, you know what, you're not functioning, you don't have proper erection, this and that, you're sick, we need to get one ball out of you. The next thing, the ball is sold in the dark web. And a bat is having a sex change and your ball is put there. Next thing, somebody later claims your DNA. Trust me. When you're dead, somebody comes and claims you're part of it. They do a DNA test, yes. They see it. Your ball was sold to that person. And if it's not about sex change, they freeze your eggs. So when you go for IVF, your eggs are being used to fertilize a woman. Later on, they come for you. And especially if you have wealth. If they know you are rich, they come for you. They need your sperms. And that cult of semen retention, they're also into this business. Yes. I'm manifesting justice here. I told you. I will go toe to toe with you until you learn to leave me alone. Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. You have done a lot of damage. It's time now. Time is up. You will not use me or use my identity or my work anymore. You can be an emperor also involved here. Who's going to help me? But this is the truth. You are hurting people, especially men. Especially because this experiment has failed. So they want as much as they can to do research on people, but they have to be doing, it's done like under the table. So many people are involved. There are doctors who are involved, but I'm saying not all. Some doctors are doing their job. Yes, you are sick. It's diagnosed you're sick. You don't. It's not sick. It's induced spells in you. Somebody's heart broken because I'm speaking the truth. Yeah, because you're gonna be left out in the cold. I don't care. I follow the Hierophant, the tradition. I don't mind being left out in the cold. So long as I know God is with me and I know I did the right thing, I will always have the power to move on, regardless how many people will hold me down. So long as I have these two, this is my blessings from my family, from my lineage. And this is the stick of Moses, which conquered an entire kingdom of Pharaoh and destroyed it. So there's no way out will stop me, because I have that knowledge. My guides show me, because I follow the protocol. I follow the protocol. Whatever I'm saying is true. And someone is stressed because what you are trying to do, take me out and, play God. Can't believe you're female involved here. But this is you now. If you thought you're going to make money, you're not going to make money anymore. I've exposed this shit and I'm crushing it with a towel. And there is a lot of investigation now. A lot. Clinics will be checked. Doctors, nurses will have to be checked. And these warlocks and the LGBTQ group, you're next. So finances are going to look funny now. This is the curse you get, because you used to have it all. You used to have it all. Living la vida loca here, you see? 9 of Pentacles, you have money like this. It was easy, not anymore. Now you're turning to a page. You'll have to start from scratch. Can be a Cancer male significant, but this is also a past life. Someone who is very, like a marshal or a pilot, someone who controls something which is moving, captain. But there is someone who is very powerful coming forward, gonna look into it. This is someone also in the past life. Mind you, if you look at the Chariot, this was also Pharaoh. So how strong was Pharaoh? There can be someone who is very strong like Pharaoh, someone who doesn't have to be a tyrant, but this is someone who calls the shot. They're going to look into this. They will look into this, yes. Someone very powerful who has money. And because I'm speaking the truth, they're going to come forward here. So if it is you, the Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, who has been stalking and stealing my work, stealing my work, you're going to lose that. This battle, you're not going to win. You will not win, I'm telling you. Because there's a curse. There's a curse. This work is cursed. How you make your money is cursed now. Because things are going to move forward. You're going to hear about communication, because someone is about to head into the wilderness or turn out. It can be a fire sign also turning their back on a group of people. That's the reason I said, if there was someone who thought they're coming here, I'm going to use this opportunity to expose this. I ended up exposing you. So you gang and the team of Ghana, who wants to be Mima all the time, think twice. And these people of identity theft, do you see how far they go? Even to get the DNA? They rather kill. If I open a file right now, a case, we have all the medical records. That is almost an attempt murder. It can be like a second-degree murder. And someone can face almost 25 years in jail here for that. And this cult, I'm telling you, it's not only happening in Kenya or in Africa or in where. The hub, mostly where they change these things, is in Thailand. That's where the master doctors of sex change are. What happens in Europe is they induce. They know how to use the occult, even in USA and all other parts, Australia, wherever. They use these warlocks to induce the sickness. They work with the organ mafias. They induce the sickness, especially, I'm telling you, men, if you find yourself, you have a problem with erection, or you have like a low sperm count, or premature maybe ejaculation and such things, most of them it's spells. They're inducing it so that you can go to doctor until in the end they, or even hernia swellings and all that, so that they make it look like you're sick. And then you have to give in because you want to be healthy, right? You undergo a knife when you are innocent. It's because it's a spell. We have reached an era where spells are dominating to control everything, and it's getting out of control. So many organizations have people who are in these dirty cults. I spoke about lab tests. My own blood was used in a lab. My own body was used during the cancer treatment. They put a lot of medicines for me. In 6 months, I gained 20 kilos. I was getting steroids here on my thighs. I was getting injection here on my navel. So you can imagine. And I'm not scared to talk about it. If this is going to cost my life, let it happen. I was not scared to expose drugs. And I'm not scared to expose these cartels of doctors and nurses, because my own mother was a victim. And they're trying to, my brother had been affected, and now they're trying to hurt another person. And I know one police who is a friend of mine here who has been affected also. And there are many I'm not going to mention. I know men who have like low sperm count, erectile malfunction, and all that. It's spells, induced spells in your body, so that you can go give up your own balls. And I've shown you who is behind it. So LGBTQ, prepare yourself. Especially you try to be very vocal with your sex change shit and all that. And when it comes to you doctors who do autopsy, learn to be very, very respectful to those bodies which have passed away. If the parent or the person has passed away and has not consented their organs to be taken, don't take them. You're robbing the dead. You have enough salary you get every month. So you are robbing even the dead and then blaming it on another person, another country. And I'm not saying it because I'm defending KSA. No, I'm speaking because of justice. I'm exposing these doctors, the nurses, and the cult. It starts with identity theft, but it goes deeper than that. So that's the information I needed to give for now.